Christian Council member had issued a stern warning to the Turkish embassy here in Accra and extended to Morocco, Kuwait, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Iran, Bahrain, United Arab Emirates, and Tunisia to back off from any attempt to Islamize Ghana. He, however, accused the Turkish government of being a ringleader with concerted effort to turn Ghana into Islamic country. He again accused the Turkish embassy of being behind the construction of Galaxy International School and Restaurant at East Legon. Tonight, we probe the religious phenomenon, its impacts on our body politics, and the level of despondency of Christians likely to go along with Islamic leader in Ghana, barely 7 months, of course, to walk down the aisle on 2024 elections. Who makes it to the Jubilee House? Part 2 tonight. This is the weekend Frontline with Kwaku Annan. We're live tonight from this very studio here in Accra, and we're live across dozens of stations picking the feed around the world, including Sunyani 88.1 FM. We're live in Western Region on Tadi 99.1 FM. And of course, here in the capital on Accra FM 100.5 FM. And we're also live on the New Kid on the Block in United Kingdom on GOB TV and radio. GOB TV and radio. And you can get the feed on GOB TV and radio on TuneIn and modernghana.com. And of course, you can also get it on www.gobtv.org. We're live on the Superhighway. Of course, YouTube, Facebook on my CTV GH. My CTV GH. Let's get started. Yaba biom. Yebe close up the week. And then I said the show near so packed no. Ano day. A pack extra say. Ebria menemo ka say afi na what joining here at the right time. Debi ameka say and train and waste time. Don't join the show 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes. Join the show at exactly the minutes the show took off. Now only na echo. And I dream menemo ka say I tardy for so mo pick the feed 99 for I Western Region Tardy FM. Sunyani for say PGM 88.1 FM. Accra FM 100.5 is so almost a PGM. Then uko information superhighway wa YouTube and a Facebook. Or so see a PGM ho link no air my CTV GH and so benye bi ewo. And the wabeka ho class is almost so English abrochi memo London. Sa media house here from GOB radio and TV radio ni TV oho na so ma pete program no e de afa ho ubenya wonom so London a ubenya mo tuning ana ubenya mo modern Ghana in fact ye kan wo mo se ukọ Apple Music kra no so a ubenya program no so also ma pete e de ato ho ana so kra no ubenya mo www.gobtv.tv ubenya program no e ho we are see baby u TV no ena upese unya wo so a ko TV no so digital TV scroll through ubenya CTV wo we nya wo hon so na wo go TV so a go TV so flip through the go TV no ubenya CTV so na wahwe na bibia no ayekama anadwi. I'm scared of what is coming. May I again say to viewers and listeners, parts of program way as Monday, parts of the program way baby bear sensitive kakra basana say kono Monday nkoma minimu di ene kire sem ye mamo multiples of factors coming from the Frontline the Frontline investigative team together with this private investigative firm called the Hawk and the Frontline investigative team echo grounds ye koenom yeko hwehwe eneme bia ebetimi aboa masa two leaders each bia betimi make it to the Jubilee House or otherwise say the omwa yehu ye na ye bodi rachrom no so omo ehwemu ye na omo tu ehwa na mo ye a ebetimi aboa wom emomo Jubilee House so omo ntu anamoni ye nzo a and once na be shoot omo down e ma Jubilee House no wo ntimi nko ye de owura former President John Dramani Mahama de edema no ye de the current Vice President Alhaji Bawumia de nso edema no na eho enemy see so e ka kire Ghana for say ade bi wo ho a edi akotene e wo ye politics mu so much say uyi free mu anye yie na mekeka nsemi de bewie say religion esum di akotene papa e wo amanyo semu e chi bibia na wo say abrofne kra e ba be ye ebibifo enkoa no ade edi kan kese a wo de bae as a special purpose vehicle edi be maye nkoasom edi yeso na edi ben religion. Yes, ebiom democracy omo de bre Africa for no before omo de democracy ne ba no omo de religion edi kan ansa na democracy to so you can imagine to say ethnicity tribe ni ade edi akutuno but the eyesom esanse esom ekutanipa esom mobilize nipa esom ebobo nipa no esom edi gidie bi ehye nipam esom emanipa ehu direction bi say aha metimi akọ esom be kire wo say bebia wo koi yedie wo ho anase yedie ni ho de esom tumi ye no ebusua nya asam ketwa na de esom aye amanyosem ewo Africa no bebre tonight ye ba behwe the phenomenon the religious phenomenon, its impact on our politicking 32 years down the line tonight. As these two major leaders who makes it to the Jubilee House part 2, what impact being and a religion would make on both sides tonight, we'll get you the answers. Now, you better get to answers in the say, Penipa wono odi akotene e the Christian body no wa mane watonkra e de ama Ghana our Islamic countries bia omoye allies watonkra de ama sa amayama ina o be makomako be 9 United Arab Emirates, Tunisia, Morocco, Bahrain, Turkey, any amay bebre na semo peni ka kire omo se ekwanya sa amayamai wonon pese wo mu kwahye nipa bi echi wo mem ha na wo mu Islamite Ghana na so wo de Ghana ebe Islamic nation no enya de o mema kwan folks enye easy sao ba ye na enim se ye ka sei the current election aye ba be kom no two major leaders we wo mu nya no obi a wo ne religious group one on the Islamic belt no so one number two be so second person so enam the Christian belt no so both tonight ye do mu na be gina simpie so ne ahwe se sen na nyoma ebekwa ama wo but anadwe I'll prove to you say the Christian community in Ghana have registered their despondency to go along with an Islamic leader. What it means is that the signals on the wall, as per our intelligence reading it, say a Christophone ready say they will go along with the Islamic leader. Not also to say obi actually Islamic for no. Yes, I know. But tonight, Messiah Chira also say leaders makube de diwa womo a contest election. Each one biano Islamic group be either woman endorse say nipa no and also say woman sa religious group either afra 10 and also woman din sa woso. Yes, and that makes the issue more quite frightening tonight. And some no do so cry ni adaje kra but Shannon say of course there's also yet another by-election in the making. Yes, there's a by-elections in the making in the sense there. Now, the Kwadaso member of parliament, Ayora Kingsley Nyakom, has admitted some wrongdoing and then now asking for some form of forgiveness. And of course, we are learning, before close of the Ghana police, for Etonkra, Efreno, Emayeka say, one more action in the statement in here. What is left now is for the police to press charges. If If they press charges, of course, why not? By-election is in the making. But tonight, we're going to go into the law. The Criminal Offences Act, and what does the law say? 1034. 1034 1 no. Send the ECAM. The Criminal Offences Act, no, Section 1. That is 1034, Section 1. What does it say? In such circumstances of the situation, given the circumstances of it, the person may not or would have to go to jail in not less than 12 years and not more than 25. You have to go to jail 12 years and not more than 25. So nyako na so ayeshe papa. Another by-election is in the making, folks. But quickly, before I make ono, wo hwe nyako asemi nso a esan so dapono so se ense se amanyoku mode mo ho ekowurawura politics mu wo ye NDC ni wo se me ko share Electoral Commission akwakoye adwuma ho wo ye MPP ni wo se me ko share Electoral Commission akoye adwuma ni wetumi aboa wom sa na assemblity on. I'm going to show you this picture. Watch this picture carefully. And this is an electoral officer who is also a member of a political party. Ye omobabeto abawe na nikomu no the party's paraphernalia, whatever it is, egunukom. On one hand, he's wearing the party's paraphernalia. On one hand, he's wearing Electoral Commission omovers. Currently on the screen, and on that one. Folks. Oh, I do. That's the man on the screen. And at the one. Yes. So, we near cousin. Well, and say you bedrew her. Now, we are also learning there. We just woke up this morning, and then it's been reported say 2 police officers have been shot dead. Me say the ebesi o Ghana yenye hu hwe. Na mo de Ghana mpenimfo ho. Mo fa prosifo ene asojafo enko mo nna na omu na land guard fo na mo fo mo konsase so. Mo say the situation is going bad Yenu baby ayo. Yenu baby. Well, folks, my young room tem because the program na packed and somewhere bano enye better sir. Up next is Ghana Speaks, but then she also say it's an interactive program, so we me a join a program way via WhatsApp line. My WhatsApp line is 020-297-3461. All right, 020-297-63. Yes, I need to. It's bombardier 020-297. 3461? Yes, sir. It's on the screen right now. Yeah. 3461. Inti bombardier now do me pacho ofra Emma. Fa message efaso nkoma ye babedino. Fa message den. Fe faso kama. Na bibia no entoto na kwemu emfema. Sabri die eno ana say yasha sese gidi. Na ejano eba. Enti ubetimi a join show we ewo Facebook ewo edieben ho eye my CTV GH and also oko eye you can say YouTube nso no eno nso ye my CTV GH and also benya ewo ho na wetimi ahwe affiliate stations be bre afebi o London na wo face challenge bia mesra London for no monso mo betimi enya ewo the same channel and also say London obetimi akọ GOB TV or radio or so benya ho and also call www.gobtv.tv and also benya and now call Apple Music still on GOB Apple Music and also ubenya ho na wahwe na niam ina no I kama e the amount takrade na wa Tadi FM for apeke the feed. Sunyane for also so apeke yes Sunyane FM 88.1 and so apeke ko TV so na mesra flip through ubenya CTV o digital TV no ubenya no wahwe ana so say ubetimi nso so aiden Aqua internet and agree. Who makes it to the Jubilee House? Former President John Dramani Mahama and also Vice President Alhaji Baumia. Who among the two? Tonight, religion, I play part of these two candidates way to make it top secret. Come on. Now, up next, Ghana Speaks proudly sponsored by Ora Black Stars Limited, located at Ofanko Barrier. I will contact someone for the litigation free land. Asasia into Kwasembie ni so kobo ho atwede betwi tuo betwi nsekan ensra dan kotokuro nimni nua ewo so mintumi nton sa asase mfema Ora Black Star for edwumaku a won ma to mo boase agye asase aye ho nkrata nya wie kama mi Kwaku mi di ho dase o kwa akoto asase wei no mo a etwa de amount ye betwa de amount ye twa de ma wie a hye no so se ehun krata asem na wo pese omo aso ye ma wo mo be yama wo dia ne se obekọ na wo kwakosi dan ne keke straight up Ora Black Star for ewo fanko ha ya udro fanko overhead na se wa wo frɛ omo a wo be je so na wo no wedi nkuta ho wo betimi afro mo 053 617 6327 053 617 6327 Ora Black Star for Ebejo so asasene baby e wono eye kwabenya botiano kaswa danger breku venesen ensawum amasaman baby bebre Ora Black Star for atom asasene bi edigu ha oyeden wo pebia ensokra me pese wo hwe mfoni we na wo hwe baby omonsasene ewo na wankasa obe appreciate say this is a fertile very fertile land egu bebre a ensese wotra na wo ya akwadworo na wo wonder say nti nsase semi papa ben enemenyom Frontline show guarantees that wo kota asase a mistake behind the any take a lesson.
Black Star Limited. Our lands are everywhere. It depends on the customer's preferred location. We have lands in areas such as Kwabenya, Amasaman, Kaswa, Denshira, Bruku, Botsiano, and Insawam. Our lands are very affordable and has no litigation issues. Our lands comes in various sizes such as 70 by 100, 35 by 100, and among others. We have a flexible payments plan that is 3 months, 6 months, and 9 months. The areas are well developed. No need to worry about electricity, water, and other social amenities. You can contact us on 030-2452-555, 030-2452-555, or visit our website at www.oralblackstarlimited.com. Oral Black Star, your preference, our priority.
Great, welcome back, folks. Yeniadaje tonight. And most of Mugu YouTube ni na so na yamamuina akwaba. Wendy wabalana so I ichia papa. Mame George na bafo ichia pa Augustine J. You are making a very serious point. Was it Christians are not 20%. Also as Muslims. Also you're trying to make it look like so okay, well, even though it seems that Christians are more than Muslims, but the true Christians are less than 20% of Ghana's population. Muslims are always Muslims and will forever remain so, I'm sure. Now, in the context of what you are talking about, Augustina, we are not looking at who is a true Christian and a true Muslim. No, whoever professes that she or he is a Christian and want to go in a certain direction, when it comes to votes, the numbers is what we are talking about. We are not doing spiritual, moral exercise here. Tonight, the spotlight is on the apex of leadership plus religion, which forms an integral part of the decision-making process. Hitherto, an informed choice by the electorate. The EBN said, "You focus on our Ghana penufo so maybe to light na atom so na ya hwe nkomobi o mudie." Then we can make a sense of uncommon one would now also make a sense of it. And not than China, I feel religion assume abe parts of your body politics. Africa, Ghana, any we are baby. On Monday, the Frontline published its investigative report about the two main political contenders, John Dramani Mahama and Vice President Alhaji Bawumia. Given the circumstances, some factors which could push them to glory or otherwise destabilize their political fortunes. And indeed, our report pointed to the fact that religion is going to play a key role in the upcoming elections. Enti Mukaya Monday, ye church mu the factors ni bebre edibai. Two leaders here omoda epunisi who makes it to the Jubilee House. Ye church nyomum ene part 2. Enti ene ye dia to hono. Ye church nyomum kwan ombetimi afas wedi nkonim. Na edru ora Bawumia de no me de caveat bi beto ho ema Bawumia se nini bebre kire se ora Bawumia esuma wowom no eye muslimi esom but pay intelligence ni kire se Christopher no nyeso omo penasem as a human being no wo penasem as a human being, but the caveat is the religion he belongs to, and that is where asamino wo. Tonight, the Frontline would probe further along this trajectory and assess the impacts. 7 more months to go, folks. Sa kunyase ye namsui ensesan ne ebe domwe suko ne ahwese edie ne ebe huwom. Folks, timesraw bomodia na onim ntu sa na mowe. Take away your political lenses and all of those things, and let's walk down the aisle on this path. Now, until we go further, the Frontline is learning. Now, of course, Yao, you have to get to me here quickly. The Frontline is learning. Honorable Kingsley Nyako had issued an apology statement asking for some form of, if you like, forgiveness. And that's no ill motive attached to his conduct. Tonight, the Frontline will check with the Criminal Offences Act, and then we'll see what does the law say. Executive producer Yao Yamba joins me shortly for us to do a short analysis on that. Niashwe se emrano ekasen ohwe ye criminal law ma section 1034, I guess, section 1, all right, which says a lot, and other sections be brain so also speaks quite a lot of Yabesheni na kama. Enti Yao, please run quickly near and your man time in you. Now shall say WhatsApp message in whatever fast 020-297-3461. You back in Kanina at the amount. Will be BR CDC at here. Right. Yes. More tuning in. Messages you back in kind loads of messages all coming. So at all joining our social media and so my CTV, GH, YouTube, Facebook. Yao, are you close? Get here quickly, please. I don't really have enough time. Now, Yao Yamba joins me shortly. Now, Yabeshe, the Offences Act, said the law no eka, no enkaima, so that you can make a sense of it all. Now, you can't run we are. But what I can say is a by-election is in the making shortly. By-election is in the making. Kwadaso. Well, tonight we are giving you part 2. Who makes it to the Jubilee House? John Dramani Mahama or Vice President Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia? Who among the two and are obeyed to me sail successfully to the Jubilee House? Well, Yao joins me here in the studio. Yao, Patron, what is saying? Great. I had here. And one is they are saying, President Akufo Addo and Vice, Pemiso Power has a great one. Now, what is it that we need to know about the Criminal Offences Act, with respect to that of what you're kind of saying, Kingsley Nyako has gone through?
Thank you very much, sir. The Criminal Offences Act is Act 29, 1960.
Good.
But in the year 2020, the Act was amended. Certain sections of the Act were amended, and then one of the sections is section 239 of Act 29 was amended, so it's now section 1 of Act 1034.
Good.
And then the section 1 of Act 1034 says the corruption of and by public officer or juror. Say 1, a public officer or juror shall not commit corruption or willful oppression or extortion in respect of the duties of office. A person shall not corrupt any other person in respect of a duty as a public officer or juror. 3. So a person who contravenes section 1 or 2 commits an offense and is liable on summary conviction to a term of imprisonment of not less than 12 years and not more than 25 years. In 2020, this is what happened. The act was amended to sound it a bit severe, that if you are a public officer and you commit corruption or you force somebody to do corruption or you sort of bring somebody or push somebody in a way to commit a corrupt act, then you are liable to go to prison and between 12 and then 25 years.
Great. So per what you've read,
yes, sir.
Can we say that Honorable Kingsley Nyako is caught in the crossfire according to these provisions?
So according to this provision, if the police and then the public,
because now he has been invited,
yes, if they press
they've
charges,
taken a written statement and all of that.
If they press charges and is convicted, and it means that he has the law to face.
Which of the clauses here that can, find him wanting?
The one says a public officer or juror shall not commit corruption or willful oppression or extortion in respect of duties of office. And Honorable Kingsley Nyako is a public officer. He's an MP. Then he was also given appointment as a deputy minister. So in this regard, he's a public officer. He's seen as a public officer. And he say police phone presses charges, and if he's convicted, he's likely to go to jail.
The minimum sentence that, according to the provisions here, he may face, would be
a person who contravenes section 1 or 2 commits an offense and is liable on summary conviction to a term of imprisonment of not less than 12 years and not more than 25 years.
Wow.
So
this is what awaits him.
Yeah, that is section 1.
And so Kingsley should embrace himself ahead of time of this one.
If he's found convicted, and as well.
Wow. Yeah. Just a quick one. Do you think he did he committed this, even though he said that there isn't any ill motive to that of his conduct, and again I issue some form of an apology and all of that? Reading from where the cameras catch this whole act, would you read some kind of ill motive intentions, that he intentionally did this, or he just did it out of not knowing that, and given the circumstances that this is also a man of good standing, he's a doctor, he's a member of parliament, he go to parliament to enact laws.
Yes. So
is he ignorant about the situation? And again, on the flip side, the ignorance of the law is not an excuse. Where does this man stand? What should he do? He's caught in the crossfire.
If you look at the video carefully, he was not even aware that somebody was covering him, because a reporter was giving updates.
Ohime was reporting, and I'm sure Ohime didn't even know.
I'm sure it's only the cameraman and then the people watching that were aware of what was happening. But he himself was not aware that it was being recorded. And the question a lot of people are asking is, if his motives are not premeditated, what happened? How come the amount of money was in an envelope? Assuming he went to the table and people say they are hungry. If he had touched his hand into his pocket and brought out some notes and gave to them, we'll go and buy food. But for the money to be in an envelope, a lot of people are saying that it was premeditated. It means that he knew about it. He knew what he was going to do. That is
so underlining the factors, premeditated kind of.
Yeah.
Not just I say. Okay.
Because in questions maybe say if that's not the case, now you just go to the table and the people say they are hungry, then you could just take your hand into your pocket and bring out a note. But for it to be in an envelope, it means that I say no, I dream 100. But anyway, a police for them to be able to determine whether his intentions had some ill motives or not. But if the press charges and he's found convicted,
that's again also applied to the electoral officers. So if the police is going to press charges against the electoral officers, so shall this member of parliament also go through, is it not?
Yes, please. because the giver and the receiver are both culpable of the law. It's not only the giver or the receiver. But electoral fixers, when the man was giving the envelope to them, they didn't take it. Watch a video carefully, I won't say, as or they scanned to a table or so. But what happened beyond that, who say, oh, just scan it to a table, so more for envelope, But the video.
God, that's fundamentally important.
Yes, but the video alone shows that as when he was giving the money to them, they didn't stretch out their hands to take it, but he left the money on the table. But what happened afterwards? When the cameras were no more there, did they take the money? That is what the police will have to establish, whether they took the money or not. If they took the money, they knew that they will be found culpable too.
Okay, we here at the front line, we are given a verdict on one hand that what's in security and intelligence, we often would say that you bend the law, you don't break it. So I would suggest that the systems should temper justice with mercy and forgive him. What do you think? I mean, because now it has become news, it's all over the world.
Yes.
And everyone has seen what this man did, his conduct, as to whether or not his conduct impugns some ill motive or whatever it is. We've seen the magnitude of shame that has, brought on his party. And again, what he should know to be that of something that had gone bad against his, that's the Kingsley Nyako personified.
Yes.
So what else again, if he has to face the full rigors of the law, then the last line of the whole show would be an imprisonment of 12 years and no more than 25 years. And again, we then have to have yet another by-elections, is it not?
Yes.
So even though we're trying to do something to give a facelift to democracy and as a deterrent, but I'm saying, I think he has suffered, within the shortest possible time, more than 72 hours, some form of huge embarrassment on himself, rather to push him to face the full rigors of the law. What do you make of it?
I think ideally the situation would be that if he's found culpable, they have to press charges. Then you go and plead before the judges. I know sometimes the judges.
Oh, that's your side of it.
Because I remember in some cases where
hey, Charlie,
contempt of court issue.
Go and face the judges.
Yeah, and the judges can temper justice with mercy, and then they will go. But if the police also decide that from their angle and from the way he's presented himself before the police and he has come out to issue an apology, then they'll pardon him fine. He also has to face Parliament as well. He's a member of Parliament.
The parliamentary, what do you call it?
The committee.
The committee.
There's a committee. The privileges committee. He has to face them if they push these issues further, because they can also say that he has made the name of Parliament to suffer disrepute. Yeah, so he has a whole lot of issues to deal with. So if at the end of the day, the law or the system, they can tamper justice with mercy.
So the woes of Kingsley Nyako is not ending anytime soon, kind of. Even if the police will let him go.
If people decide to press his neck. And I'm foreseeing the minority in Parliament who push him on. They wouldn't take it lightly at all.
Wow.
Yeah, they will at least drag him before the Privileges Committee.
Yeah. Thank you very much for this
thank you, sir.
feed and all the perspectives and analysis and what the law says. Folks, asamna ebretete you just say so e kame Kwaku momedia I Kwaku here would say my uncle. In fact, as of yesterday, na me bonu osokra, but as of today, I have reconciled with some differences and I say no, let's write Kingsley Nyako moma yentwaso. Yes, ehun here say be press charges bia ehun here. Yes, Osha, he suffered some form of embarrassment. The public kind of whatever it is. Na yemfensi hana asamonko. And yes, we are likely to have yet another by-election. Folks, welcome back now. The spotlights on the leadership. President Adodankwa Akufo-Addo earlier warned government officials to reduce profligate expenditure, cut off expensive trips, and many more. But the lens of the Frontline captured the president on the flip side of countless convoy making a trip to where? Oman penia kachre na bainimu peni for say e kabe breba mo bo egu aban no so muntwa so dia woko offer de ben first class de ben nimne ade wo mo ade girlfriends me ko me kan national security for ya accused be according to the report I read here wo mo fa plane business class ora Kwaku Asumeni efa plane free no wako Dubai no wakoye de ben threesome no mo no Nyankopon ya adoma Monday another explosive report on the national security the whole year me see the whole year me the year national security one report and me because the report very disturbing report and I'm shocked the president sit and watch. Now on my penini kasa asem we no the lens of the Frontline has also spotted the president somewhere with a huge convoy. What kind of convoy na enye ye na bi say on my penini enti bia wo kwai wo de car maaku mienu bi na wo de call ya Mr. President Akufo-Addo enye ye na. Take a listen, watch this. Now so try so betimi akan. If you're able to count it, give me the numbers of how many cars did you count it all through the convoy in Ikono. Take a listen to this.
Omaya isi kasewenya yako IMF muhede mampeni chira wa 1 2 3 4 5 6 it's written here keke 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 33 34 35 36 37 Yehowa 38 39 40 41 42 43 44 45 ayaka 46 Omaya isi kasewenya yako IMF muhede mampeni chira wa 1 2 3 4 5 6 it's still written here keke 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 33 34 35 36 37 Yehowa 38 39 40 41 42 43 44 45 ayaka 46
Folks, well, according to some of my listeners and viewers connecting from the global village, Kwaku Lovinger, he's a former member of parliament. Mr. Lovinger, I know you are in London. Yes, you are watching this program. Lovinger, yes, Kwaku Lovinger. Kwaku Lovinger counted 47. Yes, 47 vehicles. Yes. President Akufo-Addo can say you say Monteso e kano doso Monteso. Well, I'm say me can say honorable member no so yem pardon no. Ebinimubu enro so kra say Victoria Nano. As you could stop what you are saying. Well, ebisusu enye you kra. Osay Kwame, you've joined the show. Yes, Kwame, I greet you so much. Na ANSMP. Yenhwede niama betania. President Adodan Kwaku Annan once had been honest with people of Ghana. He says, quote, "No government has the automatic right to be elected twice," unquote. He gave the caveat. The only means this can be done is if the government perform. Oman Penia Kufado aka sembi achre Ghana for na meka ne say the very first time wa Oman Peni wedi ni kurebi achre Ghana for asem wo kan say o say entimi nkoye say prekope aban bi wo ba power wo ba power no na we bebu oman na wi a say yesan eyu ebetra konwa so no. President Akufo-Addo say there be yes anetie. Now, or the caveat be besho, caveat in the same. Or say the only time was our government, the best saying, electing about Bemubium, excellence our government were performing. Question remain: should the NPP be re-elected at this time to cross the 18? Ye electoral 2016, any assembly electoral 2020. Every woman we 8 year 10 as some more catch Ghana for ne say. After one person who break it the 8. My question is, given the circumstances of whether or not NPP has performed or not, meaning, what do you say? Break it 18 nana. Well, bring your messages, of course, on the WhatsApp line 020-297-3461 or the WhatsApp message on this particular assertion. The president has been very honest to Ghanaians. Take a listen to him.
No government has an automatic right to be elected twice. We should not give governments a sense of the right to be elected twice unless they perform and unless they deliver on the promises they made whilst seeking our votes. No government has an automatic right to be elected twice. We should not give governments a sense of the right to be elected twice unless they perform and unless they deliver on the promises they made whilst seeking our votes. No government.
Well, Mato Masum. Oman Penia Akufo-Addo na ekasa say you. So the question is, should the NPP be re-elected to continue, to break the 8? To move Ghana where? NMNA's answer lies in your palm. Uncle Sam say or disagree with me. I'm sure say Kingsley Nyako there. See your opinion polls Sabri say Uncle Yemfa jail. And I don't know how that will be, but I'm sure say before the close up program we will know. Oman Peni na ekasa asem yo. Na what was there? Ghana for no ankasa yadwene here saying. Well, folks, the level of despondency and dejection characterized by political corruption has lowered the morale of Ghanaians, including even animal species. Easy? Ghana for Nankasefi yabre yababu Ghana for abem ebu Ghana for no so ayemobo efi yatobaha kra ma kire se emwo o sebe emwo no so atobaha ma kire se emwo no kra could identify our politicians or face or more mining koyi emwo ni bit saying take a listen to this. They are all disappointed. Watch this. Folks, a couple of months ago, Vice President Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia launched an explosive campaign outdooring his economic policies. In his quest to depart from the Adodankwa Akufo-Addo-led government, he stated categorically his administration would cancel the most ever controversial economic policy ever passed under his eyes. A policy bear the E-levy. Na me pese wuti asemi o kan ha. Enche bosume kakrenye. And Vice President Alhaji Bawumia ebe gina Ghana fo nyani. And efi opa ne campaign ho ntama e de kire yen. And wasan si su biom se so no oba ban mu a enyoma wo ba be ye no e bebre. Na ba ko a okan ya e shocky Ghana fo no se sa E-levy no on wankasa Bawumia ti da so ti akunya so as Vice President wo ka ho bie under the very eyes and ye pass E-levy no or see no me ba E-levy ye betwem. Hey okan sa wie ye no within the NPP, what we say, nipa bi na enya omode ebi so ebonsem. Naturally say, Sadi anamotu we Bawumia ye no. It's a clear departing from the Adodankwa Akufo-Addo-led government of which or vice president. Do you understand this? Or try say, obe departe free abainwa. Edi na be vice president no ene aban no a edi na esen akọ ekodi president no o twene ho afiri ho. Saying or can no, take a listen to this.
Ladies and gentlemen, to move towards a cashless economy, however, we have to encourage the population to use electronic channels of pay. To accomplish this, under my administration, there will be no taxes on digital payments. The E-levy will therefore be abolished. Ladies and gentlemen,
Ghana for Mote. Say, and a Vice President Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia catch the NPP as a party, as a government, and then Ghana for. Also, better E-levy him. However, shortly after the mate had delivered his policy outline, the driver comes in to tell him something. Bawumia ye debia, Bawumia ye mate. Oka semni we ape mate ni kase we and the driver and no say, hey, wait a minute. What are you talking about, man, bro? Hey, minu na na wa ban nim ye nkoduru ya wo se dian obe cancel den. Are you serious? Asema Bawumia ka kire MPP any Ghana for now. E-levy o debe for hini wasin hiyo. So Bawumia was trying to be very smart, very crafty, like Al Gore. He wants to depart from the Akufo-Addo government. But on Akufo-Addo say, wait, me wa say be catcher. Edeba sem en Adodankwa Akufo-Addo air catcher Bawumia tonight. Take a listen to President Akufo-Addo. Listen carefully.
I don't see what we gain by attacking the record of our own government. When you do that and you become then party candidate, what are you going to tell the people of Ghana? Oh, it was Akufo-Addo who misled you and mismanaged affairs. I will be different. Even though I am MPP, I'm still under the Oslo sign. I'm different. And the people of Ghana will be that gullible. No. Let's be serious. So the question is, I think that if we're talking about the record of the government, my understanding is that every MPP person, communicator, or whoever you are, who is a supporter of the party, it's your duty to try and defend that record and make sure that the people of Ghana buy into that record. Because at the end of the day, once this presidential primary is over, that is going to be the issue before the country. I don't see what we gain by attacking the record of our own government. When you do that, then you become then party candidate. What are you going to tell the people of Ghana? Oh, it was a Kufuor who misled you and mismanaged affairs. I will be different, even though I am MPP. I'm still under the Oslo sign. I'm different. And the people of Ghana will be that gullible. No. Let's be serious. So the question is, I think that if we're talking about the record of the government, my understanding is that every MPP person, communicator, or whoever you are who is a supporter of the party, it's your duty to try and defend that record and make sure that the people of Ghana buy into that record. Because at the end of the day, once this presidential primary is over, that is going to be the issue before the country.
Iranam assembly na dahoyo. President Akufo-Addo eka smash and vice. What a Enti Ghana foni misa omhun se mise. Ah how? Say President Akufo-Addo ne high-ranking government officials. Ese Baumia and yet didn't equal to me near dinner bar. Massimene said, Adenti and a president ado down Kwaku way. When Timiamba lunch in Asia, no niho. Do you recall? Baumia ne lunch no ni Asia. There were lots of high ranking government officials who were Mamaho. Adendia. Yes. Baumia is trying to be smart. But Baumia pew. On pew. Akunia sebi so se Baumia adiabechi na Baumia eye president a. Enye Baumia so na be rule Ghana. Yeah. And no, we'll decode it another time. But you see, say Baumia kasa o. Say Baumia ye mate ni kasa. Na driver na si every car no me be mate ni won is hey. Ekwane ye kone die ne ayampia ben na ototo no ukani na puto hwegum dan kwansere ba akumu a wa a senior member bi ti party nim otika nim car no mu kono senior driver tika senior driver tika nim ka chro hey muntwa so ni sa dede ni nsam na mudie no ne bebie ye kone ye beduro ye nuro ni na no aha ene beba bepem a senior member wo otika ni mu bi en wo ka kire say akwentuo na ye tuo no se ye beko se ye beduru se ye beden aheya en akwentuo no ye ba be ende say no kan asem. Take a listen to the senior member in the party.
Opposition is just staring at you. In 2024 election, MPP lost that election in 2022. I repeat, election 2024, MPP won. We lost the election in 2022.
Okay.
Why? I'm going to see you know, a businessman, all the way to Topical Discussion, Ghana for Opposition is just staring at you. In 2024 election, MPP lost that election in 2022. I repeat, election 2024, MPP won. We lost the election in 2022.
Okay.
Why? I'm going to see you know, a businessman, all the way to Topical Discussion, Ghana for
Folks, I am Sembia Anwayetne. Senior member in the party is advising the mates and the driver to now understand they say according to Nenya Maso. Meaning folks na ayensembia emuodu maybe a short break na meba Ghana Speaks extension yet will be remu deeper, more sensitive than you would ever thought. But Shannon so say Ghana Speaks proudly sponsored by Ora Black Star for air catchers a Bombardiana Bejas as in be Manone, Ghana Babia, Bruchimemu, America, Copenhagen, Italy, Australia, Kusumokaya, Azerbaijan, Kusi Pratu Kromo, Babia will be a Opasa Seattle, a Ora Black Star for an Ebejawa way to a Kweku, me the midi who does a bone de resa, Branemo assassinity, air litigation free, assembly, what Ora Black Star for Ebemao. A payment schedule. The way to assassinate kakra. Ewo miamia bebre. Ebi eye himfa. Kwabenya assassinate bi ewo honomo. Sansusu ebi wo danger. Ebi wo kaswa. Ebi wo breku insawom amasaman and all baby bebre botiano and other places. Woji asasiya one ma beye papers no e di amount. Neche se nina no. Wodi ane se woko akwakwehye ase ni wesi udan. Langa de sembi enim. Stick and stay. Me ko short break me ba. Ghana Speaks extension anodine basis here. Take a listen to this very as I see Wasima Maker. Watch this.
Limited. Our lands are everywhere. It depends on the customer's preferred location. We have lands in areas such as Kwabenya, Amasaman, Kaswa, Denchira, Bruku, Botsiano, and Insawam. Our lands are very affordable and has no litigation issues. Our lands comes in various sizes such as 70 by 100, 35 by 100, and among others. We have a flexible payments plan that is 3 months, 6 months, and 9 months. The areas are well developed. No need to worry about electricity, water, and other social amenities. You can contact us on 030-2452-555, 030-2452-555, or visit our website at www.oralblackstarlimited.com. Oral Black Star, your preference, our priority.
Great folks, we are back, and of course we've walked one leg of the journey, making exactly answer na medu bewura Ghana Speaks extension no Shannon say expose we so nam kwem. A top secret blueprints uncovered the roadmap to the downquest hegemony in Ghana's political space. The blueprint would also reveal the dark secrets of the dynasty and the alleged orchestration of the paramount chief, ultimately to do what? To secure state capture in the alliance history. Expose we be pa documenti bi huntama. Documenti matete hunsem biya fine. To boase. Ahano ubetin in different style. Na sa expose mu bed ne nsem we hyem. Ehon na mumu binumu batiasie. It is an outsider looking in, or an insider looking inside out, you can make a sense of it all, depending which side of the flip you hangs in. Masa, Ghana na menu emienu team no. Adia sese na ofi se enipa enkonkoda no. The night is busier than the day. Ti asama meka cho ni ye. Me say the night is busier than the day. Anadwunu mu eye hu. Na anadwunu mu so emu agrodie no edose chen se ewia eda ho na eya anapa na eya imire. Oman we. Ensem a wo oman mu no ewura no we wonte half o expose e be kosen. Enche kra ye be pa expose e huntama e de a kire Ghana for. Say ena sa expose e humfoni ni bi no ube hunu. Take a listen to this.
A dynasty plan to continue on the legacy of a family hungry for power has been uncovered. A plan that will make the Danquas rule forever. But here's the third. This will not stand, as the lens of the Frontline has captured a document titled Ejapade. For details about the plan, findings, execution, and the blueprints of this whole dynasty plan, watch this space in the coming days, weeks, and months as we uncover the truth of the dynasty plan of the Danquas. This is Code Red Season 1 of the Frontline, coming soon. A dynasty plan to continue on the legacy of a family hungry for power has been uncovered. A plan that will make the Danquas rule forever. But here's the third. This will not stand, as the lens of the has captured a document titled Ejapade. For detailed plan, findings, execution, and the blueprints of this whole dynasty plan, watch this space in the coming days, weeks, and months as we uncover the truth of the dynasty plan of the Danquas. This is Code Red 1 of the Frontline, coming soon.
Ebusian from Kwana homes and Nazmic Kasim Negana from some refi. Mumisa President Akufo so or Pope Hono, Pope Francis one ye mano document be a document be. Or Pope Hono. Mu say Pope a document be the ma president and a document be. Mema ubia assignment e pamacho with all humility. We yankoye exercise we mra. producer no was credible say ono anye. Na woni ma de office of the president, Jubilee House. With humility, walk to the president, Your Excellency. But you perceive nya ntiase kakra se uko pope ho no krata ben e no de ma wo. Nanua na vice president so akọ pope ho. E de no koye o pope ho nom. You better whom come in the coming days. We Kwaku me kwaka e ka sa ha ono no o. Hwe ewiase na yete ha no ma sa nye he dia o. Ya ho I see etwemu akọ. The world belongs to a group of people you don't know. Folks, these are the people who controls global political economic power. They shake the foundations of the earth. Yes, the governments around the world, they control them. All the hardship, they are behind it. Me say president be a new one, what be we ha, won't call pope. Dependence of Pope Ben and what Yakunya so a bit me I say a Pope whatever Pope so koneniase. Now hono na sam no wo ukọ Pope no ho a edien e na ukọ Pope ho. Oho na be ma assignment no. How to govern your nation. Yes. The whole responsibility, the governing structure of the nation depends, and it is what? It's a whole document in the hands of somebody. You have to work according to the dictates of it. And so I don't know what President Akufo-Addo should come and tell the people of Ghana, say, what document in him? Vice President Alhaji Bawumia and so kohonanui. Medina, what's his name? Referee guy did. Dr. Wanwan or to two papas so and no kweno masa jai. Yenu binu to me to Santron nkyerɛ you. Me say uko ho kwaye dean pop wana uko no pop ho entimi secure abato no they can't. I'm telling you. Yes, abovra uwu no obewu no wo de ne kwose pop amotom gro awu na obewu and yes are credible. Obewu. Well, also covert investigative report been so expose bi nam kwemu. The workers of iniquities in the body of Christ, plus the dark secrets covering the altar, revealed. The Frontline investigate. Expose we nam kwan soba. Asofwa kesia mo meimu bone politicians di bone na musimu di bone. Bone asofwa kesia bone asofwa musimu di ene say you are doing what you call franchise. Wo pa sorry na what ya. What in the logo? What in the BB? What the Kwaku Annan? Bosun beers who scar. What the bro software? Hey, when you coupon dim na muyewe. A software must say painful more altars here. A software makoye occultic rituals are. And you probably saw them one. Ubi saw them one. So we near and obi who say control fee. Unimun control fee. Apes. And ne egwa saw them was a ma womu free wa a representation of the event saying the auditorium. Masa, hey rade, yankopon mi Ghana fo nani o. Na ye na ye hunu die be hunu. Na ye mu bi nyai kasa. Na ye na ye entrance ni ye nidi. Yes ana. Expose no so be saying watch this. The iniquities of the body of Christ. Enini, watch this.
But beneath them lies darkness, evil, and wickedness.
Inshiranke Rade say, Ifuluno. Sorry. Kasamble Yasino. Bameraka water empty. Sorry.
But now they've reached the breaking point, as a web or the Frontline has captured them in an expose that will shake the foundation of Christianity in Ghana. Expect more in the coming days, weeks, and months on the Frontline show. Behind the false holy crown lies
for Ghana Speaks Extension and Aminimu Uremui. Baby Amadimu Uremui, a pacho, embrace yourselves. Baby is sensitive kakra, but Mr. Dear ye be ye, and yes, sir, ye book religion be any mutia, no, a pamacho. The Frontline is not here to limit any religious group, no. Tonight, we zero down to assess the significant role religion had played in our body politics and in the democratic process 32 years plus the upcoming general elections. Afimi move room ni ahwe. Kwanya esom esi a play up ewo your body politics ni mo. Besi bria me no mo ka say. Nanpo election 2024 religion ebe play another role ewo. Tonight, the Frontline hereby states categorically, it cannot, will not, and may not be wrong if a politician campaign across the religious sect. Indeed, it's about whether or not the group resonates with your direction, policy programs, and above all, share the same faith. And to me, mase, amanyokuo leader bi, ako esumbim eno mo kosum. Na was solicited for the vote. No. Ora Baumie. So Baumia ko Methodist, Roman Catholic, Anglican. No mo kosum. Na also muntu aba manwa. There is no way because Baumia wrong. No. That is his right. And a constitutional right. Nemum esum miense yamabo mudino. Dia assembly baby one say. Anso wombeja tum say. Woman in a course are quite walk on them. 2. One be jatum say the policies and program no a yo many so a yo manika into a way the F was so. They are also me and son. One be jatum say, oh, what's we a Methodist in it? And now we Anglican into Yano and Echo Yeniano say na 70. On Monday, as part of Vice President factors to make it to the Jubilee House, we said, and I quote, religious sects will torpedo the vice president's mobilization of numbers from the religious corridors, i.e. Christian community, unquote. This is Monday because me say vice president so be kone nim no wadi nkunim no ono ne factors na me de maye no kire say ye hu part of our intelligence gathering is say a Christopher no enemy for hands in ha na no ebeye ye no vice president na said ye say obe intensify the campaign within the Christian community. Well, that's fine, but we have seen it. We know we have seen it say ebe ha nadwene, and I know the vice president know of this. Na no na nadwi ye ba be kira sembim. But tonight we shall prove to the vice president that the Christian community are, however, not ready to settle with his presidency. No. Omunye ready. This is because there is a strong motive suspicion that the Vice President Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia is making a concerted effort with some of Ghana's Islamic allies to Islamize this nation. And there is nothing that is going to change their mindset and thinking. Assembly Nana said, a Christopher empenifo bi wo menmu one more susu say, one more gain say, a young say, one more feel say. Ora Bawumia, where you Muslimini. Ebium, Ora Bawumia, only Ghana, ye Islamic allies in Krubia and Amayabia, ye no more Eboshimno. Ora Bawumia no mutu anamobi. A suspicion, a was be. We've spoken to some Christian leaders in this country, folks, and ya dear Muyam Resao, very sensitive though. Na some penifonu susuane say one of my crime more Bawumia ba no Ghana nyoma bebre ebesisa even though a friend is saying omanya yen can say a secular state a Christopher no dawson now so omunye omadwen so omesisa omo shebre bisa no omunye ready but eno na maka kire so say leader bia so ne esum bia be kwa akosum no onye mfum so ye Now me pese me tramfoni. Now all the leaders here omube contesti. Me betrew each one be a suma onu omedi nkomo and a suma nankasampo abo na baso one way or the other, which is not wrong at all. Yen sha sim free wine. Alan Kojochremantin fraterned with the Pentecostals during the Easter festive period. Mokai say and Alan any Pentecost for ekokosomye during the Easter period. Take a listen to this.
We have
a responsibility to make a decision this December as we go into the elections. To bring into being the kind of leadership that will restore hope to the majority of our people. There are many very distinguished individuals who will be contesting to lead this country in December. In all humility, I want to present to you as one of the people who will be contesting to lead this country.
Amen.
As Christians, when you go down on your knees to pray, I want you to pray for God to stretch and anoint the one after his own heart.
Amen.
It is not about political parties. It is about the one who is after God's own heart. I want you to pray that the Lord will touch your heart and select a leader who will transform this nation.
Amen.
Our preacher has informed us that resurrection should lead to transformation.
Amen.
We want a leader who has the vision to bring hope to the hopeless.
Amen.
But we also want a leader who will be a servant leader. To serve the people and not to lord over them. We also want a leader who has integrity.
And any Pentecostals politicians need to some people no more criticize Allah. Why would you criticize him? Sabe Pentecost one more they form part, they are an integral part of the political system. So a bit by now I said one more Babeka Setia Alan no Vice President Alhaji Baumia and Crawford. Yes, here from BMW said you we're just about speaking against Alan. Said Aden Alan Echo General Pentecost. I saw them. Why would you do that? Any constitutional right. Me say, and the right say Oko General no ni Pentecost for an ekasa. Dia assembly dia one say, and so say Pentecost for no ebekasi any Alan. Nothing NPP. Move about to running mate up to now. I no ho a year can say I dear share for me. Ora a first Pentecost for a penny, more friend the same point, refinity. What Nidia made that board? Zemunya na more than a bear running meet. So which is which? I Professor Pokunyina. No onka nomination ho. Ya can wasamake. Even though ye can say, Mwamu ya, I can still tell every Ghanaian that as I speak, the NPP is going for wine. Is going for Napo, Matthew Poku Prempe. My challenge you. Me say any time from now, NPP is going to announce Dr. Matthew Opoku na prempe ka ho. Ne me pesa mo de ne ba. Yes. Na agro no mu ode. Enti Alan eko gina ho no wo kasa. Enfo so bi ani so. Enti vice president the chief one a mo ba ya na mo ye dede. Sa noise no it was really much about do about nothing. Ekuya so welcome on aboard. Nti wo ko share he ekuya so na make asa kire wi. Me hwe wanim ehe na ko share. Well, what they need to nchen Alan ekodi ni nkomo any Pentecost for. Later on, the vice president Alhaji Bawumia was also spotted seeking the mandate of the Islamic community and appealed to them to watch him as one of their own. Eno moka Alan diano na Bawumia dia menka say secretly o said yo no we ko gina Muslimi for group bim. All catch them say, hey, Munshadie. Me ba kun. Na me here power. Nti mo mo de anamon to aba na enfema me. Why do you think Bawumia would do that? And Bawumia is not wrong. Sabe, ora Bawumia Muslimi ni. Ti so ko gina Muslim fo ni na nim no wakasa. Bawumia is not wrong. Ne die mu no. Ya so nse chibe o da na ni unya unsa yamu. Era no. No. No, Bawumia was not wrong. So I am one was said the group behind Bawumia called the BMW will criticize Alan Kwadwo Kyeremante. Why would you do that? But this is where we see Bawumia doing the same. Take a listen to this.
I have been selected apparently because I am a Muslim. So I'm selected because I'm one of you. I'm not representing myself, I'm representing all of us. So please support. Let us make a difference in Ghana in our generation. I have been selected apparently because I am a Muslim. So I'm selected because I'm one of you. I'm not representing myself, I'm representing all of us. So please support. Let us make a difference in Ghana in our generation. Thank you.
Edem hono mu show. Edem omu edem we enye outdooring program bisa. Eye edem omu edem eno no omu kasa. But let me quickly disabuse your mind. Vice President Nyamfum so I know. Ne kwanso ano. Well, in the same spirit, another religious group have endorsed former President John Dramani Mahama, describing his leadership as leadership style as two-edged sword. Another religious group so about former President John Dramani Mahama, Omabona Basu say, na memwo any whatever ni na no, it say kind of fenum a hitra. In fact, they went on to even state to say John Mahama, a Muslim ni, esan ye Christo ni. Hey, now we say some ketwasa. And now what you saying? Take a listen to this.
His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is a sword with two edges. Both edges are very sharp. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is culturally a Muslim. If I invite him here to call the Azan for you, you will wonder that he's the one. I can assure he can do it very well. You will not believe it. And he can lead you in Salat. But he is religiously a Christian. But in practical life, both a Muslim and a Christian. Unless until you see him in church, you will find it very difficult to tell whether he actually is a Muslim or a Christian. I'm just trying to tell you that he is a leader. It's the human being that matters to him, not what you say you are. And that is not self-centered. No iota of arrogance in him. You could all see his demeanor when he stepped here to address us. On behalf of all of you, therefore, I want to say a very big thank you to him. As he said, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is a sword with two edges.
I am not to I mean, what can you hear? But Bibi Kakraka were chilling and British Vice President of Abagasa. Under the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Juan Fabian Soro, the President of the Republic of Ghana was January 2025. President of Ghana 2025. Mr. Current Vice President, President to be. You are in God. Oh, yeah, ready. Oh, yeah, ready. Man, 1 second. My senior brother, honorable to the yes.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. We members of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community completely disown the statement that the Honorable Katie Hammond has made. He has expressed his own desires, political desire. Our desire is that leader who will lead Ghana once more. Who will lead Ghana once more into its position in the Committee of Nations, so that we can command that respect which Ghana is known for. That is the leader we pray to Allah, that Allah Ta'ala should give us that kind of leader. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala.
Yeah, assalamu alaikum. What's it? So obviously, the Vice President is here with a huge number of.
Ote Wasum. Mubarak Omaru, you are watching the program. Thank you, bro. And then Jones Green, you are watching from Germany. Kudos, bro. Ebomuna Mabaso. So, and the way another religious group, and almost so na way Vice President Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia, I know what he has said. And still, I'm a dear leader. Sorry, ya Wakasa Edifa former President John Dramani Mahama. Folks, may be Niagara. The state to which religion can make impact on our socio-political dynamics is serious. Don't joke with it. Yeah. Program way, Ora John Mahama no oni hobby. But the Vice President Alhaji Bawumia was there. But the media leader no, enye Bawumia ti ote ho ni ti no be intimidated. No. And the cry is who catch no. Katie Hammond beso Daniel asem no beso o kan na kra na kire. Yes. That leader or see, Katie Hammond is expressing his own desires. Yes, desires. The crown will catch no. We are say, NMP Kayo, you say, I'm for a trend and to us. Yes, they would diano and one obeta. So, diane papa na or china, so dia a year a bua. There is no way Ubekwakucha hits Manaye. So dear Hita, there is no way Ubekwaku trade the bank a real and ye that. Iranum politicians. Ayana what I say beside who said, I dance your bank and a wound you what you be do with it. To the extent says I dance your crano, a best to trace up a nipenya, oh, a simesi, nantuap. So far, me young leader Ghana for a yen and say, a saw samba in our so far 32 years. We cry okwa, yes, oko, we are oko. The only time an anime tea no be concerned on hear Rollins back. I'm saying they need Rollins back. Because some believe that the day the moral decadence became a commonplace was when former President John Kufuor took over the reins of government from Rollins. Indiscipline, gross indiscipline, moral decadence became a commonplace. And a Ghana for say, oh, they see how the Ura, woman has the only cabin cabin at D and no system now rotia be seen. A few folks, Midimura, baby, Pesewuti assembly. Finally, the lens of the Frontline had captured a member of the apex of the Christian body, issuing a stern warning to some Islamic allies to Ghana against the backdrop of any concerted effort to Islamize the Republic of Ghana will not hold. How did he put it? Christian leader at the assembly beto say no. Amaya be ayo madwen so mo person mo kabom. Na wo de Ghana every Christosum du ko wura Muslimi sumu. How that is, I don't know. Now, Penia, some of what can I say? They are monitoring the situation closely. And when I make a tell earlier, say, a binimusu was suspicion, say, or about me, and I'm so I don't know. A young crowd suspicion. Meaning, so about me, and say, aware. And how well would Ura Baumia would assure on Wankasa any the Christian community say, saying and an amembu ebekono. Well, as I sit here, I stand to be corrected, say, ever since in our 4th Republican Constitution, not that I've heard, not that I know, that a leader once ruled this country, and that ruler was the background was Hare Krishna, Baha'i, Hindu, or sort of, not that I know of. All of them have been Christians. And again, not that I've also heard of a leader, Webedi or Mainsu are not, or yet Okuta, or yet a Muslimi, not that I know of. I stand to be corrected though. But this 4th Republican Constitution, no. Into the uphill task, Emma Baumiano, I know what name. I'm telling you, folks. But who blame me Baumia? And yes, I bring Sunti and about me be changing the religious status. No. It's about the identity, the DNA, who we are, what we represent, what makes us who we are. You can't change it. Yes. My Islamic group, no. Yes, I am. The Christian body in Ghana, and believe it say, "Wamushe no." Ama beya. Me be say wutiem komo edin, me boni na achrewo. Tene carefully. Na me sure say menya time so ama me eyinema motimi atomunum to akasa kakra. How religion is going to impact on election 2024. Take a listen to this Christian senior fellow at the Christian Council. Listen carefully.
Good afternoon, Your Excellency in the Turkish Embassy. I have sent you quite a lot of stuff about Ghana and the plans to Islamize this nation. Your country is the spearhead, the ringleader. We are monitoring things very closely. Kuwait, Qatar, Morocco, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Iran, Bahrain, United Arab Emirates, Tunisia has recently joined. We are monitoring you very closely. It's a network across the country. And so it's not just one person. So we want you to be aware. Now we know how much investment you have made in the nation, Galaxy International, the library, and the school you want to build at the Kaokudi Mosque, and the university. We are very much aware. Your restaurant in East Legon and the building that you are putting up. We know how much you have put into this country. We are watching you very closely. We have lived with our Muslim brothers in this nation for years in peace. We don't have any worries about them. They are wonderful people. They don't have any agenda like yours to Islamize this nation. They want to promote Islam just as we Christians promote Christianity, and we have lived and coexisted peacefully. But we get worried when Arab nations in your country, people like nations like yours, with Tayyip Recep Erdogan and the Gulen movement, who are strategically positioning yourself to Islamize Europe and Africa. When we see that, the red flags go up. I'm telling you, we are not coming to you with physical violence. We are coming to you with spiritual violence. And we know what you are doing. You try to get the gate of Ghana by getting the Ministry of Education logo of Turkey on our Electoral Commission. We have removed that. You got a street named after your people. And now you want to take the management of the Kodoka International Airport. You are working hard. It's another spiritual gate. Those who don't understand don't know why you are targeting certain places. But we have men and women of God in the land who stay on the walls and know everything that you are doing. God has revealed this thing to us years ago. And so Turkey, hear us well. Hear and be warned. This nation is not for grabs. The God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Israel has a covenant with Ghana. He told us this. We didn't know about it. He told them 40 years ago, and he repeated it in 2014, that he has a covenant with this nation. And God, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Israel that we know, when he has a covenant with you, he doesn't play with it. Abraham lied to Abimelech that Sarah was a sister. He lied to Pharaoh that Sarah was the sister. He made a mistake and lied. Sarah was taken away. God went to Abimelech and told him, "You are a dead man." He said, "What have I done?" He said, "You have taken somebody's wife." He said, "The man has taken the dowry." He said, "It's the sister." He said, "Yes, I know. I'm the one who prevented you from sinning against me, not from sinning against Abraham." When God enters into a covenant with any man or nation, when you violently attack that nation, because what you are doing is a violent attack on Ghana's destiny. If the God of Abraham has a covenant with Ghana and you want to derail us from that covenant, I've told you many times that the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Israel is not the same Allah of Islam. It can't be. When the Allah of Islam tells you that we are infidels, Christians are infidels and Jews, and so you must eliminate us. No. They can't be the same. The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Israel does not promise men 400 virgins to have sex in paradise. He said in the resurrection, there's neither male nor female. It can't be the same God telling Muslims that you give men virgins to have sex incessantly, and then he turns around to Christians and says there will be no male or female. They are two different things. The God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Israel, it's not the Allah of Islam, period. We know that. And so we want you to understand that we are not against you as a nation. You have some very good things, but we are against the philosophy of Islamization. It's a violent satanic attack against us. For us, that's how we see it. It's a violent attack because we don't want to move away from the covenant God has with us. So please, this is just a message to you. I've sent you many things. I've told you what is going to happen to your country. As I've told you, we don't use physical violence. We use spiritual warfare. We are praying. We know what we are doing. You are also operating from the spiritual level. Those who don't know, but we know. You took the hold of the gate of elections. The National Electoral Commission will cut you off. Now you want to take the gate of the entry and the exit, the airport. You want to sit at the gate. You are lying. You are lying. You won't have it. And if you try it, you will see what will happen to Turkey. Mark it down. That's why I'm sending you this message. You will see the result. Already you have seen signs. I told you there will be recession. It's not over. And if you don't handle this thing carefully and handle Ghana carefully and move away from this Islamization agenda, mark it down, you have civil war in Turkey. Civil war. I decree in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ, you will have civil war. We are not here to be toyed with. So be warned, be warned, be warned. You cannot interfere with the geopolitical balance of this nation and make every effort to try and Islamize. You went to the University of Ghana wanting land to build the massive mosque there. It didn't allow you. We know all those things. We have a good network, my friend. We have a very good network all over the country. We are quiet and gentle, but don't take our quietness and smooth and softness for weakness. We are not weak at all. This is one of the most dangerous nations when it comes to Christianity. If you fool around with us, you will regret big time. You regret big time. Mark it down. And so I'm just sending you this word to alert you that we are here watching. We are talking to our God. We are praying to our God that he should remember his covenant with Ghana and defend this nation. And defend this nation. This message, I'm telling you, we have heard it abroad. We went for international conferences. People did, we have never met before, told us the same thing. International conference, full gospel meetings abroad, in Latin America, in the US, in Europe. Wherever we turn, we are receiving the same message. So I want you to hear that you are playing with fire. You are playing with fire when it comes to Ghana's destiny. Don't try it. I've sent you several warnings. And you think we are joking. Yeah, that's how it looks like. Yeah, that's how it looks like. When we just talk, you think it's just talk. But we are talking to the owner and possessor of the heavens and the earth. We are talking to the judge of all the earth. That's what Abraham said when he was negotiating for Sodom and Gomorrah on behalf of Lot. He said, shall the judge of all the earth not do right? The God we are talking to, hear me, Turkey. The God we are praying to is the God of the universe, the owner and possessor of the heavens and the earth, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Israel. He is the one who has told us that he has a covenant with us. So be warned and be careful with your attempts to derail us from that covenant with the living God. He himself will fight you. That is the message. And I want you to hear it loud and clear. I want to stop here. I wish you all the best. You've come to this country. We know you have a lot of things you can contribute. If you want to contribute to the progress of this nation, go ahead. But take it out of your mind that as it has happened to you, we know Turkey was a Christian nation. The believers in Christ were called Christians in Antioch. Saul of Tarsus is in Antioch. Paul, the great apostle to the Gentile world who wrote almost half of the New Testament, is from your country. I've been to your country. I know your country. The 7 churches Jesus wrote to through the apostle John, who was the first bishop of Ephesus. Yeah, they are all in Turkey. Ephesus, Smyrna, Pergamum, Tatara, Sardis, Philadelphia, Laodicea. I've been there. I've been there. Your land is very richly blessed. God gave you that land. You have turned the Hagia Sophia into a mosque, and now it has become a museum. We know everything about you. We have studied about you. We know your Christian foundation and background and where you stand now. And you will not come and turn Ghana into another Turkey. It will never happen as long as God is on the throne. So be warned, O Turkey, O Turkey, O Turkey. This is the word of God to you. He who has ears, let him hear what the Spirit of the Lord is saying to Turkey and to the nations concerning Ghana and the covenant he has with Ghana. God bless you. Have a good day.
Folks, well, this is a very, very explosive comment coming from the Christian body. Na mamenche papa na so kasa no chiremu. May it be say obi NJ sabi a Christopher or more Ghana and anu nsi bone say a Christopher no Muslim for want to kwa baby. Asamne de dan kwan so pepe. David Ohene Kuju. We are one of the Allen officials maybe will share program way. David or Hinikujo, Alan's office will share program way. The mouth shout out. Yankopon and can say will share ni papa. Mini ebiso uwo United States ejamoto osim komobi opa ejamoto. Bomodiana we are free WhatsApp line na oni me producer and kasa. Na de ohobia na yenhwe. Wendy also say opese ode nsemi eba me edi honkomo. Also contact WhatsApp line na bibi ohobia no wo mo producers na be hwe amanina atoyi edi amamo folks. Asemi ni o. There's more Nimibia we've uncovered her. I know airshipa. Airshow. My main can message we home. Na Memra Maya DB. Okay, I say. Same ewo Samewo Gempa Stretch is a businessman doing his own thing. Or say, hearing this about Turkey is serious. Yes. There are more stuff at ABP in the coming days. My main message. Or say, great journalism, Daniel from Achimota, Abofun, with my wife, Alice Tay. And Alice, that's say, when you're bringing our here, what's it? Watching wada. We a weekend frontline. So, we so say ha. Okay, it is honum. Your message will not be read, and you wasted the time. Well, say these pastors has problems in US, France, Europe. There's a lot of mosque, even in Turkey. There's a lot of churches, but they complain what is wrong with him, with his long dog. I don't know. But you see, sometimes one thing about black people, there's something that is really missing, which is the missing link about black people. And I don't care whether you're a professor, doctor, whatever. No one measure. Or professor in Yamishi. The black people, these people of color,